Sometimes you can get that, but there and it's going to be a yes or no.
Let me say something about this. We're here because we're fighting for a democracy. Fighting for a democracy. And understand the difference here. Understand the difference here. Moving forward. Moving forward. Understand the difference here. What we are looking at is a difference in this election. Let's move forward and see where we are. Because on the issue, for example, of freedom of choice.
I think there's a good chance we might know on election night because, like, Nevada, they count all their vote before. They get all their vote beforehand. So it shouldn't be that hard. So that'll be one. Trump's doing pretty well in like North Carolina. The news just yesterday was Harris pulled her ads from North Carolina. She just pulled a $2 million ad buy she had made earlier. Maybe they're sensing, and she's not up, according to the Real Clear Politics average in North Carolina. So it's not out of confidence. So might we know in North Carolina early? If we know North Carolina early, Georgia, things have been looking a lot better for Trump in Georgia. He's up, I think, 2.8 in the Real Clear Politics average of all polls there. So, like, if you were to get Nevada, North Carolina, and Georgia in pretty quickly, and like Trump got one of those blue wall states, her math falls apart really quickly. Now, if her math hasn't fallen apart, and neither has his, and it does come down to Pennsylvania, it's going to be a long week. But if he runs the table or comes close to it on some of these other states, a couple, the Sun Belt and like one or two of the, the Rust Belt, yeah, well, we could know on election night, and we could know relatively early.
So a very interesting prediction from Megyn Kelly there. We may actually know who the president will be on election day. How novel might that be, right? So unlike Arizona, who's basically said, oh, it's going to take us like 13 days to tabulate all of our votes. And of course, places like Pennsylvania in the past, where it took them like 6 days to get in their votes, right? All of this may be falling by the wayside because if Trump can win certain states early, the rest may not actually matter. And things, of course, are looking good for Donald Trump in the polls. As was referenced there, according to the Real Clear Politics, Trump is up and doing very well. But something else I've been thinking about also, voting shenanigans. Are they happening? Absolutely. And that's the one big factor that actually has me scared about the results of the election. However, here's the good news. People are posting videos, as I showed in my intro, of things going wrong, things that are weird. There's a whole bunch of stories out there circulating that are actually highlighting a lot of the problems that Democrats have been trying to hide. So basically, you can't steal this election the same way you did in 2020. The Democrats will have to try something completely new because every single person out there has a cell phone. Every single person out there is aware to some degree of voter shenanigans, and every single person is willing to actually post it on X, on Facebook, on YouTube, because now this time around, we're actually allowed to talk about it versus 2020, where if you were posting things, talking about things, etc., you were getting banned, you were getting videos taken down, you were getting posts removed, right? All of that was happening. But this time around, we can actually discuss it. And I think Elon Musk was the big game changer for this, right? It seemed very hypocritical for one platform to allow free speech, to allow information to get out freely, and then everyone else kind of saying, no, we're going to bow down to the federal government, the FBI, and the mainstream media, right? That is not happening this time around, and that has me very optimistic that, yes, we will actually get a more fair election than we have in the past, okay? But what also gives me hope is the simple fact that the Kamala Harris campaign and her advocates can't stop stepping on their own feet. I mean, check out this clip from Mark Cuban, but before we get into the video, please like and comment so we can break through the algorithms. Here we go.
The election's only a week away, so I know you've been campaigning with the vice president. We wanted to know where you think the state of the race is. Who do you think is going to win right now?
Oh, I think the vice president's going to win, obviously. I think, things have changed a lot since 2016.
I didn't hear what he said.
In 2016,
You heard the
in
important part.
2016, the 2016, the Trump voter was the silent voter, somewhat in the 2020 election, but now I think it's really switched. I think Elon taking over Twitter has emboldened Trump voters to get loud, to denigrate Harris voters, and that has really caused people to be quiet. And then you hear him say things like he did last night about women. I really think women are going to win this election for the vice president. I think they'll come out in numbers. I think they'll, not listen to their husbands. I think they're going to do the right thing and vote for the vice president. Donald Trump, you never see him around strong, intelligent women, ever. It's just that simple.
Mark Cuban just went on The View this morning and said that there are no strong or intelligent women that support President Trump, which is by definition misogyny, not just to mention their disgusting comments. The fact is that Mark Cuban, this out-of-touch billionaire that's trying to bully women into supporting Kamala Harris, A, has no idea what real people are experiencing in this country. He's an elitist, again, out of touch. But B, he's also part of the same party that is trying to remove mothers. They're trying to call us birthing persons or chest feeders. They can't even define what a woman is, and yet the arrogance in trying to lecture strong and independent women that are outside the groupthink mentality into who to vote for, I don't think so. The fact is that this party, again, tries to bully people, but it's not going to happen. You can see that in the polling. We're going to win.
Hi, my name is Harriet Hegman, and I am Wyoming's lone congressional representative. I just heard that Mark Cuban said that there are no strong or intelligent women who support Donald Trump. What unadulterated hogwash. This coming from a party that can't even define what a woman is? I can assure you that the strong, independent, and intelligent women of Wyoming support President Trump because we support his policies. I think that Mark Cuban should pay more attention to basketball, perhaps stay out of politics, because he sure doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm Harriet Hegman, and I stand with Donald Trump.
Heads up. Mark Cuban just said, and I quote, "There are no strong, intelligent women around President Trump." Cuban's words are mean, sad, and misogynistic. And the left can't even define what a woman is. I am evangelist Alveda King, and I pray for my friend, President Donald John Trump.
Respectfully, Mark Cuban, you would not know a strong, intelligent female if she slapped you across the face, which you're such a beta, you might actually kind of like that. So if you are a healthcare provider, if you are a school teacher, if you are a U.S. military member and you're a woman and a Trump supporter, then to Mark Cuban, you are stupid and weak. If this woman right here, Tulsi Gabbard, a lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Army, if this is not a strong, intelligent woman, then what is? Actually, I already know Mark Cuban's answer. This is who Mark Cuban believes to be a strong, intelligent woman. Although we really shouldn't be too surprised that a comment like this would come out of Mark Cuban's mouth, considering that he says border czar Harris has done a good job at the southern border.
So Mark Cuban goes on The View, supposedly a show for empowering women, okay? And what does he do? Disparages half the women in this country, right? If you're a Trump supporter, you're weak and unintelligent, all right? Yeah, tell that to all the women in your life that you know are conservative, that you know are good, strong mothers, hardworking American people, right? How many of those women agree with the leftist politics, right? When, as a matter of fact, the only women who agree with what Mark Cuban said would be the ones in the leftist bubble, the ones with the dyed purple hair who are transing their kids, all right? Those are the only people that might actually have an inkling of saying, you know what, Mark Cuban, you're right. They are all weak and unintelligent, okay? But I love how he just steps on his shoes and immediately people coming out of the woodwork saying, oh, guess what, Mark? I support Donald Trump. Would you consider me weak and unintelligent? I love how there's so many videos. There's no way I can show you all of them. But you got Representatives Martin Luther King Jr.'s own niece, and of course, Riley Gaines out here saying, hey, you don't even know what a woman is. And that was the main theme, right? The Democrat Party, the crazy leftists are out there saying, anyone can be a woman. Men can give birth after all. Okay, so which party do you think is really the party of supporting women and protecting women, as Donald Trump also said? So the Trump influence is out there being spread into surprising places like this story, where Kim Kardashian's own son apparently has been red-pilled, all right? She allowed him to start his own YouTube channel, and what does he start doing? Posting memes that are anti-Kamala Harris. This is truly hilarious.
Dumb.
Stupid.
Crazy. Dangerous. Dumb.
So even a young man surrounded by crazy women can eventually find the truth if he just tries hard enough. And of course, up here is another one he posted. I couldn't find the actual video to it, so here's a retweet. It's a man saying, oh, there's crap on my shoe. He holds up the shoe and there's a picture of Kamala Harris. Right now, that might be a bit too far, but we all know how accurate it actually is. So yes, I would say things are looking very good, very bright for Donald Trump, and I hope we have a good turnout on Tuesday. Please get out there and vote if you haven't already. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and stay safe out there, people, because they're coming after you.